obviously last night's show being kind of a home show for you.
Yeah.
Do you have was there anything special moments that you do remember that happened, or do you have a song that you are like, yeah, this is kind of my song, I get to kind of do my thing?
There's a little solo feature that he gives everybody during the show. We do a medley of songs that we all like, and we arrange them and put them together, and then he features each of the band members. Hey, this is such and such from such and such. Play a little 8-bar solo, whatever. And so the guitar player, he's from Tishomingo, Oklahoma, Mississippi.
Okay.
And so funny side story, when I first met him, I was like, hi, I'm Matt. Hi, I'm Dustin. And I was like, where are you from, man? Tishomingo. I was like, no way. And he was like, Mississippi. I was like, oh.
There's two in this world, really?
Yes, yep. And so I, met him, and that was too funny. And I was like, well, I'm from Tishomingo, Oklahoma. So when Luke introduces us, it's a funny, his solo's right before mine. So he's like, Tishomingo, Mississippi, Tishomingo, Oklahoma. And so anyways, last night, that was a really cool, special moment having that. And then we played a song. It's called Even Though I'm Leaving. And, it's I'm not a songwriter, so forgive me, but essentially it's from the vantage point of a son and a dad, and it starts with the son being young, the dad being old. Hey, Dad, I'm scared of monsters. And then the middle part is the son going off to war, and he's like, hey, Dad, I'm leaving now. Before I needed you. Anyways, I'm butchering it. But then the end is the father passing. So it's this arc, And anyway, so my dad passed away. And so I'm like, hometown show, tear-jerking song. And on that one, a lot of times it's a very impactful, emotional song for anyone that listens to it. And I'll look out and I'll have to be careful to not look or lock eyes with someone that's crying, because I'll be like, oh, I know. So that's a moment in the show that even beyond Oklahoma that I have to kind of watch for, because that one will get you.
Yeah.
But especially, poignant because of, being in Oklahoma and having my dad, having passed away. It was just that's a cool moment in the show anyway. So it was extra special. And, I had, 20 different 30 people there. It's like the counselor in high school, my old gym coach, or whatever. Yeah. I had all these people there that were really special to me, and I tried to make the rounds and see everybody. But just knowing that they were there, and then like playing and kind of forgetting where they were seated, and then seeing them going like, oh yeah, they're my friend.
Well, that's the really cool part about the way the stage is set up, right? Because it's a center stage.
WrestleMania.
Oh, so good. When I saw that, I kind of checked last night. I was looking when we were driving into town to my wife's work party. I was like, let's see the stage set up. How much are tickets going for, and what are the tickets at? And I was like, it doesn't matter where you are, because it's right in the center. Yep. Like, so good. And that's so great for you, because you can walk around, you can see everybody.
It's my favorite.
Is it? What was the Swan Brothers like that, Lauren and Elena, or are they just more?
The Swan Brothers was when I first joined them. We were on the Carrie Underwood tour, and she did. Oh,
of course.
They call it 360, and she was doing a 360 tour. Yeah. For me on that one, I was a little bit more stationary. So this one's full on, like wireless all over the place. And it just depends on the venue. With Lauren, we did a New Year's Eve thing, and it was 360. Yeah. We did Times Square New Year's Eve. It was incredible. Oh, how good is that? It was so cool. There were so many people. Bucket list, interesting, cool moment. It was really, really neat. The Village people went on, I think, directly after us. So I was like, oh, hey. We got to meet Steve Harvey and all this, so awesome. Fun.
Did he drop motivational bars on you as well? Typical Steve Harvey.
Yeah, it's so funny. I think about like these situations where I find myself, and it's like, oh wow, this funny cool person, wow, that funny cool person, and it's my job, and so I keep it cool, but I can be somewhat excited, and if they say hi, you say hi. But when I get around like a musical hero, I might as well be 8 years old. I'm just like, hi, I love you. You're my favorite. Like if it's a bass player that I look up to, forget about it. Yeah. I just devolve, and I just go like, can you sign my shirt? I just turn into a total fan. Like I wouldn't even be able to help it probably.
That's epic though, that you still have those moments, right? Because it brings you back to that kid.
Absolutely.
Because you're not just desensitized to the whole, like, I live in Nashville, I'm around superstars all the time. Exactly. It's no big deal. I'm going on a world tour, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, no, that magic is still there, and it's definitely there from the people that inspired me. Yeah. So my heroes, the bass players that I look up to.
Who are they?
Victor Wooten is a huge inspiration. Someone that I you know, I always make the joke, and I'm not trying to be self-deprecating. I'm trying to kind of be like honest. Like, I'm not fit to carry his bass case. He's like top of the mountain. You know, he's an incredible musician, but someone that does inspire me to get better. You know, it's like my Tiger Woods, and I'm you know, wherever over here. Anyway, so he's one of mine, and then guys that I've really been inspired by and tried to, as much as I can, model a career after has kind of been like Will Lee, Nathan East, Sean Hurley. There's like, you know, 20 of these guys that I just really look up to. Lee Sklar, you know, some of these bass people that people are going, I don't know who that is.
Right.
But yeah.
If you name the bands they played for, everyone's like, oh, okay,
100%. Yeah. Like Phil Collins. I mean, between those 3 or 4 guys that I just listed, I mean, everybody they played for is someone that every listener would probably know.